Good morning, Modern Steaders. It's a nice dreary morning this morning. It's supposed to start raining any minute again. Let's get down here, get the chickens fed, feed them in their coop. Good morning, ladies. Probably can't see you because it's still dark, huh? I'll feed you right here, so that way if we get rain all day, you can eat it still. It's getting to be that time of the year when we're losing daylight by the minute every day. It's the part that is the most dreadful, I think, is losing all of the daylight in the winter. Good morning, mister. Good morning. I'll meet you down at the barn. I was just wondering if the boys were going to be noisy again today, and that answers that question. The girls should only be in heat for a few days, so in another day or two, they should start to settle down a little bit. Fingers crossed. Morning. I hear Willow again.
I don't like coming down here when it's darker.
You don't like it?
No, because I just had this little piece of grain move and I thought it was a mouse.
Is this what you're looking for? That's what he wanted. Alright, who's gonna be the noisy one in here this morning? Good morning, girls. Hope. You're the last one again there, little pea. Quiet for a minute down here, but I don't think that's gonna last very long. The change of the seasons brings so many different things on the homestead. Keeps you on your toes when everything's always changing. It's a good thing. It is nice having the Kubota under a shelter, so when it's been raining out, it's got a dry seat. Look at that, I already had earphones over here. The chick-show automatic door opens and closes due with daylight. So let's see if we can get it open this morning for them and get them fed. We're gonna open it for you right now, ladies. And then we're gonna switch it back. Got it all messed up this morning. Alright. There we go. Get the chores done just in time. Now it's starting to rain out. I had to adjust when their door was opening in the morning because of the time change right now. It wasn't opening as early as I liked it. And it took me a minute to figure out the control system on that automatic door. Good morning, ladies. You're gonna be going into a new coop soon. Well, I'm glad we got the morning chores done when we did, but we still need to get outside. Look at that rain coming down. Why, hello, onions. Kind of have a mess in here. We're not super organized in our cold storage room yet. But I want to get out in the greenhouse today and try planting in where we took our pepper and tomato plants out for the season. I'm not sure if we have enough time for stuff to start growing or not, but it'd be nice if we could get some more spinach and some kale growing for this fall and winter. So we have our seeds stored in our cool room along with our onions, squashes, sweet potatoes, potatoes. And we have a lot of our canned stuff in here also. Not all of it, but we got a good amount of it in here. I want to look through and see what we have in here for seeds still. We got some kale. And then I should have a big envelope somewhere of spinach. And we also have a couple of things of spinach right here. Let's grab these and get these planted. I'm so glad we got everything picked up on the homestead the other day that we did. We got the chickens moved because we've been in for some crazy rain the last couple of weeks, and we're gonna be in for some more crazy rain. It looks like it's like we're in a wet season right now. Good morning, chickens. You like your new location? And one of the things that stinks about all this rain is it's holding us up from sharing our new next big project with you guys. Oh, we need this weather to break, and then we can share that with you. But on rainy days like today, it makes me love the greenhouse that much more. We have a place we can come inside and work. So right now we still have some lettuce growing. We got some rutabagas, they're doing really well. We got our second batch of carrots, and I'm betting you they're almost ready whenever we are. Oh yeah, we could start eating those if we need to, but we still have this whole pile over here of carrots that we're eating out of. Man, look at all those. So good. We have some beets over here. These are our cylindrical beets. I think that's how you say it. They're long and narrow. Those are looking good still. We're gonna keep everything growing in here as long as we can. Last week we brought in a bunch of compost. We got some more beets. The spinach is doing really well. Right here, we got more beets over here. And then we have some cabbage that we're starting right here. And this, I believe, was cauliflower. And it looks like the moths have got it a little bit. Hopefully that'll recover. This was our pepper row. We still have chives and some beets. Yeah, chives and beets in there. This is doing really well. This is our crocodile spinach. That's ready to harvest whenever we're ready to eat it. And then over here is our broccoli. And Gina was just saying she saw some baby broccoli starting on it. I'm not seeing it yet. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that broccoli. Awesome. So hopefully this will all grow. We'll be able to eat this soon. Over here we have cauliflower, which is just starting to grow. And then the cabbages, look at that. I can't wait. Sorry for the rain. We'll put some music in over here so you don't have to listen to all the rain, but this is our first winter season. This is our first season with the greenhouse. This is our first fall and winter with the greenhouse. We're still experimenting quite a bit, but we have a lot of good, delicious food still in the greenhouse. If this was out there, all of this would be gone. We're in growing zone 4B. We're in northern New Hampshire, about an hour from the Canadian border. Yeah, and we would have lost all this about a month ago. So it is so exciting to have all this food and produce still in here this time of the year. Oh, I can't wait till it gets later. Well, I shouldn't say that. I can wait till it gets later in the season, but it's gonna be nice to see once it is later in the season how much fresh produce and food we're able to pull out of the greenhouse. Man, I'm excited. Listen to that rain come down. That's the cue for the music right now.
Too many days in the darkness without a glimpse of the light. Running tired and broken and scared, but I swear I'll never give up the fight. I see you broken and beat, head pulled down over your eyes. Every part of you wants to surrender, but darling, you were meant to survive. With every star, we are born again. Open your heart, spend less time in your head. With every star, we are born again. Open your heart, spend less time in your head. Just like a seed in a garden, you will grow to be tall, staring out over miles of land without it, but wanting to build up walls. Lift me up in your branches, we can watch the sunrise. Just a couple of bruised up souls that believe that it was worth one more try. With every star, we are born again.
This is a nice little bed. I'm thinking this is going to be a good spot to plant some kale. It's separated from that long bed. From the long bed, I'm thinking, we'll get to that in a minute. Alright. So this right here, it's Lancenato kale? Lancenato? I don't know. I'm not very good at pronouncing strange words. But this is a different variety of kale that we've grown so far this year. I'm thinking, let's try something new. If you guys have any good varieties of kale that you really like, leave it in the comments down below. I know the big one is the crocodile kale. We don't enjoy that ourselves, so I figured we'll try this. And we'll see what happens. We're just sprinkling it over like salt and pepper. I'm not really worried about rows with kale. I mean, maybe I should be, but I don't know. What we should have done is I should have started this earlier in seed trays, and then we could have planted more kale out here. But like I said, this is all still a learning experience. And trying to figure out the timing of when our tomatoes, peppers, and our green beans were coming out was kind of hard. So we didn't start this stuff in seed trays. We started our spinach and our brassicas earlier in the season to put in here. But I didn't start another batch in the seed trays, which I should have. But now I know for next year. It's just a learning experience. So it's hard knowing what to start growing, when to start growing for our area. Being in a greenhouse, we've never been able to do this before. It's all new. Now down here, we're gonna do some swan spinach. Back here we have crocodile spinach. I'll do some swan spinach. And then up above, we'll do some more crocodile spinach if we run out. So if I would have started these from seed, say 2 weeks to a month ago in a tray, we would have been in really good shape. But we'll try it this way this year, and we'll have to write it in the book. Did it work from seeds, or are we better off starting them from starts and then bringing them in? If you guys do fall gardening and you have really good luck with it, leave it in the comments down below. Let me know your growing zone, and if you grow in greenhouses, low tunnels, shade, not shade cloth, but frost protection, or what you do. It's still taking me some adjusting to come in here and see all the green still growing. This doesn't happen up here without a greenhouse. For you southerners, this is probably normal, but I mean, to see all this beautiful growth, like, man, it's such a game changer. I can't wait to see how well we do. One of the things I'm thinking about doing and we'll see how it goes after the season. But I'd like to get more greenhouses and get an outdoor boiler and put radiant heat in. Put some radiant heat in all the greenhouses with an outdoor wood boiler. I mean, they say if you keep your soil at 60, is it 50 or 60 degrees? I don't remember, I'll do some more research. But if you keep your soil around 50, 60 degrees, it'll grow all year round. And you're better off heating your soil than you are the air. If you heat your air, you're wasting a lot of money because it's all going out. But if you heat your soil, it'll keep the plants warm, it'll keep the soil warm, and it'll keep everything growing. So, that's a project I'm thinking about adding on. That's not the big project. But I think that would be pretty wild to have a wood-fired heated greenhouse, and just to see what we can grow and how long we can produce food. And at that point, with that scale, we'd be selling produce. So in order to do a wood boiler, you'd have to have more than one greenhouse, I feel like, to make it worth the investment and the cost of firewood. I'm sorry, Figaro, you can't come in here. No, sorry, sir. We don't want you pooping in our food. No. No, sir, sorry. Don't think we need any more spinach, but we're gonna plant this sort of spinach anyways. We can have some greens growing versus bare soil. I say let's get the greens growing. Nice. This bed is really dry. I'll have to make sure we water it in nicely. The other beds we watered yesterday. If all these greens grow, we're going to have a lot of greens. But worst case scenario, we'll feed them to our animals. I bet you the goats and the chickens would love some fresh spinach this winter. This bed right here, if we can get the spinach to grow, this will be our third planting. We had rutabagas in here, and then we just pulled out our green beans. We had really good success with those green beans, and now we'll do spinach. I'm not gonna put any compost in here because we've already amended the soil twice this year, so let's see how it does. Just like this. When I get out in the greenhouse, it just gets me daydreaming about possibilities that never once were. And I think that's because there's so many things we can do now in our growing zone with a greenhouse that weren't possible before. So it just gets me thinking outside of the box that much more, going, man, what else can we do? How can we push it? I don't want to say push the limits, but how can we maximize our area for doing different things? Whether it's greenhouses or low tunnels or, I don't know. Or even just things we never even thought of that we didn't think we could do. We limit ourselves on so much just by what we tell ourselves. When I come into the greenhouse, that's the kind of stuff I think about. There we go. This row needs a good watering. to harvest some of this spinach. That's a lot of spinach. I don't know about you guys, but we go through about 4 gallons of chicken broth a week. We make it 2 times a week. And man, is it so good. We drink it and we cook with it. And today we gotta make another batch of chicken broth. So I'm gonna grab some carrots. I like grabbing these bigger ones. They smell so carroty, it's delicious. I like grabbing the big ones to put into our chicken broth. The little ones are better for cooking and eating with. And I think 2 Mondos is more than enough. Yeah. This is our first row of carrots we planted, and we've got, I don't know, we got through 1/5 of the row so far. And Gina thinks we're gonna need more than the 2 rows we have planted. I think we're gonna have plenty. Guess we'll find out. That rain's still coming down pretty good. How many eggs do you think we're gonna have today?
10.
10?
Yeah.
I'll say 8, and then I'll say 9 from your flock.
9 from my flock, I think so too.
You do? The chickens just love the rain. The goats, not so much.
No.
We'll bring them some spinach.
Yeah.
And we'll see if they like it.
Yeah.
Got a couple of chickens molting. One there, and the barred rock that's molting is right there. Oh, she's looking pretty sad. But luckily there are... Right?
Yeah.
Luckily they're growing back their feathers.
Yeah.
How many eggs do you think we'll have in here today? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 9 today.
I was 1 off.
You guys want some spinach? Is that good? Blossom? There you go. Ooh. Willow's enjoying it. Hope, here you go. Crunch a crunch. Maggie, no? Blossom's like, I'll take it. Willow, she's loving it. Hope, you want some? You're picky. I don't think you'll eat it, but let's see. You gotta be fast. The Blossom's gonna eat it. Told you. They're loving it. Well, now we know whatever we grow for extra spinach, the goats will love it. You boys want to try some spinach? No? No? You don't know what to think?
Do you like it?
Nope.
No?
Caleb's eating it. I need to get in there, lady. Yeek. Alright, let's see, we got 2, 4, 6, 7.
To do a breakfast bake, breakfast quiche. So I'm going to do 4 bigger potatoes and I'm going to peel them and then shred them into hash brown.
Built this thing from the ground up out of nothing. No flight plan, no manual to be found. Try to find it's hard telling who in the coming days. I'll be there with you. It's hard telling where we'll be in the coming days. I'll be there with you. I'll be here with you. Built a wall around my heart to stop the bleeding. More than made of all the words that I should have said to you. And we're walking through the fire and the smoke clouds, trying to find our way. It's hard telling where we'll be in the coming days, but I'll be there with you. It's hard telling where we'll be in the coming days, but I'll be there with you. I'll be here with you. It's hard telling where we'll be in the coming days, but I'll be there with you. It's hard telling where we'll be in the coming days, but I'll be there with you. It's hard telling where we'll be in the coming days, but I'll be there with you. It's hard telling where we'll be in the coming days, but I will be there with you. I'll be here with you.
I'm gonna do 12 eggs. And I'm just gonna add a little bit of salt and pepper. The sausage has already seasoned and it's plenty seasoned, so I don't wanna have it take over too much spice. My hash brown crust looks good. I'm going to dump my Who's doing the dishes?
Olivia.
Never hate.
Well, I guess the way I look at it is planting all the spinach and kale in the greenhouse is either going to be a great success or a big old failure. But if we never try, we won't know. That's the way I look at it. Leave it in the comments down below. Do you think it's going to be a success or a failure for the year? If you guys grow in a greenhouse or do a lot of winter growing, let me know too. And what do you grow for winter crops? Thanks for coming along on our homesteading journey. You are a huge blessing to us in our homestead, and we'll see you right back here in our next video at Lumnah Acres.